Tom, what's going on, mate? What is going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Let me know how good the audio is or how bad the audio is. Let me know. I'm curious to see. It should be decent, but you never know with these microphones. There's always something dodgy going on. Always something. Ricardo, what's going on, brother? I'm glad to see you're from Portugal because you're going to need to help me with my Porto stack. So, yeah. Happy to have you in the stream, Ricardo. I appreciate your time, man. Tom says it's good. We're going to take his word for it. Perfect stuff. Okay. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Gameweek 242 live stream. Yeah, big weekend of football. I've been waiting a few weeks for a nice little game week, and obviously the international breaks coming to an end, so this week we'll see club football again, which is nice. Loads of leagues are playing, I think, so prize pools should look nice. Tom, you're from Holland, I'm guessing, the Netherlands. Nice to have you in here, mate. So yeah, we got the Eredivisie here. Any big fixtures standing out? I think Ajax stacks might do well this weekend. Tom says, why so many Nico Williamses? Good question. One, he's just moved to Fulham, so now he has a lot of utility, or more utility. I'm trying to sell one actually right now. But yeah, it's a funny story actually. I won't go into it too much, but I've actually worked personally with Nico back like 4 years ago, when he was under 19s for the Wales team, or for the Welsh under 19s team. I was involved in the setup there, and yeah, basically I got to work with him. And I saw how good he was, so I was like, I need to buy as many cards as I can of this kid, and yeah, I did so. And yeah, now he just recently got his move to Fulham on loan, which means he will be scored on Sorare, so that's amazing for me for utility. So yeah, I've been holding him for like a couple months now, so yeah, that's basically the reason why there's so many Nico Williams is flying around in the gallery. Ricardo, glad to help and also learn. I do appreciate, that you see my streams is somewhat valuable, hopefully. But yeah, like I said, let's just have a little look at what games we got going on this weekend. So like I said, Ajax should run away with it against Hercules. Feyenoord should do well against Sparta. PSV AZ might be a tough game. Could see goals in that. Vitesse got a tough fixture away to 20. What have we got here? Scottish Premiership. There's been rumours that they're on board in the Scottish Premiership. I've not heard anything personally. All the Scottish lads on Twitter, Quinny and Hendo, they all seem to bang on about, well, maybe they don't specifically, but I've heard bits and bobs about the SPL getting onboarded. So hopefully that happens. Tom says Feyenoord's his club. Good club. I do like Feyenoord a lot. I just recently sold my Gus Till because he's 24 now and he's getting on a little bit for me with my under 23. So yeah, I prefer to have players under 23 rather than over. So yeah, that's why I got rid of Gus Till. But I do think he's a good player. So we've got Celtic and Rangers playing here. The Turkish league is back as well, which is nice. I don't have any Turkish players right now, or Turkish league players. We've got a couple championship games. We have got the Portuguese league, which Ricardo will be happy to see. Sporting got a nice easy fixture, I think. Porto away to Aruca. Tom, Ricardo, can you tell us anything about how good Aruca are? Because I have no clue, to be honest. I only know that Porto, Braga, Sporting and Benfica from the Portugal league like quite well. So any other team I'm quite clueless with. So if you can let us know anything about that, that'd be great. Tom says Berghuis is a snake. He is a bit of a snake, to be fair, mate. I can't argue with that. Then we've got the Super League, the Swiss Super League. So I've actually got a player now that's playing for Grasshoppers. One of my Korean boys have just moved out on loan. Wolves have bought him, and then he's gone on loan to Grasshoppers. So, yeah, hopefully get some playing time there. We've also got the Belgium League, so Club Bruges playing at home. Michelin's got a nice fixture versus Beerschot. What else have we got? Anderlecht, they drew tonight to Eupen in the Cup 2-2. So, yeah, they're playing them in the league on the weekend, which will be interesting. And then Standard Liège, Cercle Bruges, who have been unbelievable recently. So that'll be a good game, I think. Who have we got here? Juve playing Hellas Verona. We've got the Milan derby, which will be a big one. Ricardo says, Erica, our middle table should not create difficulties to Porto. That's good to hear. That's very good to hear when I'm deploying my Porto stack for the first time this weekend. Yeah, Milan derby will be a big one. Roma at home to Genoa, not a bad fixture. Bundesliga time, what have we got here? Bayern versus Leipzig will be a nice game. Gladbach away to Bielefeld, that'll be tough for Borussia. And then Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund will be a class game, to be fair. Hopefully I can catch that one. Yeah, that'll be a real good game. I'm hoping for goals. I need my Moussa Diaby to get me some decisives. And then we've got La Liga, who's playing here. Barcelona Atletico, big game. Who are Real Madrid playing? Real Madrid Granada, yeah, you could see some big scores there. And then we got League One. Monaco, Lyon will be a good game. Saint Etienne need to beat Montpellier for any chance to stay up. Marseille at home to Angers. And then Lille PSG will be a big game. Very big game. Ricardo says, Porto is with high morale right now. Yeah, they're on a massive winning streak, right? So, yeah, things are looking good there for Porto. One Premier League game. We've got the Liga MX in Mexico. I think this is the Peruvian League, maybe. And then I'm not sure what this is. And then we've got the African Cup of Nations as well. So, yeah, exciting game week. I'm just really... No Diaz. Yeah, Tom does point out that Diaz has now moved to Liverpool, which is huge. But yeah, let's have a look at the prize pools first, and then we'll get into Sorare data and have a little look at what teams we can put out for this upcoming game week. So, prize pool time. All Star has 12,000 players. Wow, that is a lot of participants, isn't it? Jesus, that is big. 350 prizes, which is nice. Which I probably won't have the players to even enter this weekend. Ricardo, nevertheless, they lost Diaz to Liverpool and will adjust the game model in the next couple of weeks. All-Star Rare Pro, 1,439 entrants, 80 cards, which isn't bad. I like how the tier 1s go back down to 58th place. 58 people are going to win some decent cards in this tournament, in this game week or division, whatever you want to call it. Tier 2 isn't to really look down upon either. I'd take a tier 2 all day long, down to 80. So All-Star Rare Pro's looking nice. But this is where we come into our own. So under 23s, we've got 1,442 participants, 150 cards being distributed. From 40 to 150th, get a tier 3 rare, so like 110 places worth of tier 3s. What's that? 29 places of tier 2s. And we've got five tier 1s and 2 star rares. So yeah, I don't know if it sits right with me seeing only 2 star rares for the podium. I think third should have a star rare as well, but yeah, who am I to judge? Tom asks, do I have any rewards? I don't, mate, to be fair. I don't have. Did I even put a team in this week? No, I didn't even put a team in. Tapsoba is a common card, so yeah, that didn't really count for much. Vargas is a common card as well. So is Kim Singh. So I had a few goalkeepers. I do have a rare Jesus Ferreira. So I could have put a team in, but it wouldn't have got me over the threshold. So I just didn't even bother. What about you, mate? Have you got any rewards coming in this? Tomorrow? Let me know if you've got any rewards coming in. But yeah, back to the prize pool. So let's look at under 23 Pro. So we've got star rares back to 6th. We've got tier 1s back to 21st and tier 2s to 31st, which is nice. 31 prizes. It's respectable. It is very respectable with how many participants? 390. So 1 in 12, 1 in 11 players will get a prize right now, which isn't bad at all. And then Champions Europe Pro 40 prizes, 383 participants. Challenger Europe 1,770, 180 cards, which is nice. Challenger Europe Pro 40 cards, 423 participants. And then we got the Americas as well, which we don't really care about right now. And then under 23 limited is what I'm interested in now. 6,100 participants, 575 prizes. Star rares go back to 18th place, which is very, very nice. Wouldn't mind picking up a cheeky star rare. And then limited back to 58th. So yeah, we're going to be aiming for those tier ones, those star rares, hopefully. So yeah, let's just get straight into some lineup building. There's no point waiting around. Tom says, no, I have a full MLS stack for America. Do I have a full MLS stack? I don't have a full MLS stack, but I have MLS players, so I can combine them with a lot of Asian players that I have as well. So, right, this is where we need to get down to business, guys. This is what counts. It is creating the strongest lineup possible for my under 23 rare pro is where my priorities lie right now. So we've got two options for goalkeepers. Diego Costa, who looked to have an easy-ish game against middle of the table Aruca. The opposition scores nice, so it looks like he should average about 48 points. He is away, and they haven't been keeping clean sheets, which is scary. Even though Porto have been winning every game, they just can't keep a clean sheet to save their lives. So I don't know what's going on there. And then Martin van der Voort at home to Zule. They're favourites for the game, but they're not really favouring him to score well. Like, goalkeepers don't tend to score well against Zutel. So yeah, that's interesting. I think the safest option is Diogo Costa. I think you would agree. Let me know in the comment section if you would. Yeah, like none of the options like scream clean sheet to me, but Costa gives me more clean sheet vibes this week than Van der Voort does. So yeah, we're gonna go with Costa as our keeper, and then for defender, I'm just checking because he did play tonight, but Sergio Gomez, they played against Eupen tonight, drew 2-2. Okay, so he played the full game. So yeah, it doesn't look like he got brought off injured or anything. So the problem is Eric Garcia is injured right now. If Pepe returns in defence, should increase the clean sheet percentage. That's interesting. I've never thought about that angle. Hey Dino, what's going on, mate? Buzzing to have you in the stream. I appreciate you being here. Ready for 242? Yeah, aren't we all, mate? Yeah, it's just been a long time, hasn't it? International break. None of us really like international break. It's just nice to have the league games back. So yeah, this one's a bit of an easy one for me. Sergio Gomez has to play. I know they only drew 2-2 tonight with the same team that they're playing this weekend, Eupen. Eric Garcia is still injured. Leite is an option, but I don't like his fixture. Ricardo, you can talk a little bit more on that, but I don't really... Well, the bookies, Unibet fancies Braga to win, but they, Sorare data's telling me the defenders don't score very well against Guimarães. So yeah, we'll have to see there. Divine Wrench, I don't see playing. I think Mazuri will start for them at right back, so he's out of the question. Jordan Bayer is training again for Gladbach. Again, I don't see him starting. And then Odilion, I just don't see him starting either. Or actually, will he start? Will he start? Good question. Obviously, he's back from AFCON now. And Tapsoba won't play. I don't imagine. So they're probably going to go with Jonathan Tah and Hincapié. So, actually, I don't know. Ricardo said it's a regional derby. Okay, interesting. So that'll probably be full of goals, I imagine. So I'm probably not going to play later here. And then Vitinho is actually an option, right? His scores are horrendous. He has scored well before, but it's very, very briefly. He is a super rare. And Club Brugge, Circle Bruges, have had crazy amounts of injuries in the last few games. So if I had to bet, I think Vitinho definitely starts. I'm just not confident at all in his scoring, like at all. So the obvious option for me is Sergio Gomez. Nothing else screams out to me as much as he does. So I'm going to have to go with him, right? So yeah, let's move on to the midfielder options, right? So let me filter this by opponent score. So at the top of the list, we have Yari Visharin, who played tonight for Anderlecht, same as Sergio Gomez did. He did get brought off like 60th minute, so he didn't really have much of an impact on the game. Does that mean he doesn't start on the weekend? Probably not. I don't think that, you don't have to read too much into that, maybe, but it's not the best sign in the world when your player gets dragged after 60, especially if he hasn't had any impact on the game. So yeah, he is a bit of a risk, but I do think it's still worth playing him. We do have Gravenberch as well, who's got a lovely fixture, according to the bookies. He's got a decent opposition average score. Not as good as Visharan, but nonetheless, still a very nice score. But he is a rare card, so he will score less, in theory, bonus-wise, than Visharan would. So, yeah, for me... And then, well, we've got Saelemaekers down here as well, who has the worst opposition score out of the lot. 47. I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe I need to make this a bit smaller so you can see. 2 seconds. No, right there. I'm having a nightmare here. Trying to adjust my stream midstream, so bear with me. Tom says he'd take Visharan. I kind of agree with you, Tom, to be honest. Sorry, you couldn't even see those scores, could you? Which is frustrating. My bad. So what we'll do is, yeah, now you should be able, well, I guess we can make it smaller again, couldn't we? I'm just adjusting my screen so you can see what's going on a bit better. I'll make my webcam a little bit bigger. Not that that makes any difference to your lives, but yeah, so that should be a bit better for you now, guys. So back to it. Like I was saying, we've got Alexis Saelemaekers down here. They are playing against Inter Milan, who... I think he starts, but I'm just not. I just wouldn't like to put my life on it, you know. So I think Visharan is the play here. It seems like the most obvious choice, screaming out to me the best opposition score. He's a super rare as well, and I want to take advantage of my super rares. So yeah, I'm definitely playing him there, right? So now we get on to the strikers. So Moussa Diaby apparently has the best fixture, even though they're playing Dortmund. So what this tells me is Dortmund are probably going to win the game, but Bayer Leverkusen probably scores, and Moussa Diaby has something to do with it. Is what that 55 is telling me. Ansu Fati's out injured. Great. João Mario, Ricardo. I've spoke to a few people, and they think the João Mario is going to play this this weekend for Porto. I know he was on the bench last week and he came on. Would you be able to let me know anything different? Do you think he's going to start? I know obviously he plays right back, so you know it's not ideal having my striker at right back. But I would just like to know if he starts or not. So yeah, let me know what you think on his situation. And then we've got Jeremy Doku, who I've heard is injured again, of course. Isaac Lihaji playing against PSG. He is just not an option for me at all. And then we go down to Cody Gakpo, who is playing against AZ Alkmaar. It'll be a tough game, but I'm hoping the PSV can get a win there, and I'm hoping that he can get some sort of decisive. So I think I'm going to go with Cody. We do have Jorbe Vertessen, who plays with Cody as well for PSV, who's a super rare, which could be a good option. But again, I'm just not confident in him starting. I'm really not. And then the last option, Ricardo says inconclusive in my opinion. Yeah. That's what I felt as well. I feel like if you're Porto, why would you change a winning team? You know, like it's not fair. I think Bruno Costa's playing right back right now. It's like you can't drop him really when they've been, you know, winning every game. I think it's a bit unfair. So yeah, not sure what's going to happen there. But ultimately, we're going to have to play Cody Gakpo, aren't we? He doesn't have the best fixture. But I just think I just need to play him. I think I really do. And then this is where my dilemma comes in now. So I was telling you, obviously, I want to play a super rare ideally because that gives me the best chance on paper to score as many points as possible, right? Super rares have a higher cap or ceiling than rares. Ricardo says, I would say since they play Sporting Lisbon next week, he should be cautious. So you don't think he'll start? Is that what you're saying, Ricardo? Anyway, so this is my dilemma. Do I play a rare card as my extra, or do I risk it and play one of these super rares, right? So the super rare choices are Eric Garcia, he's injured, he's not playing. Silemikers could play. Vitesse could play. Vitinho could play. Lehaji probably won't play. Tom says I should not take Gakpo because the morale is very low because their trainer announced he is stopping at the end of the season. I mean, I don't think that's enough of a reason to not want to go and play football. If you're Cody Gakpo, you're leading, like you're having an amazing season. There's no reason why just because your coach says that he's leaving should mean that you will, not want to play football as much. I don't think that's a fair enough reason, even though they might be sad. I'm not disputing that, but Gakpo probably leaves at the end of the season anyway and gets a big move. So he wants to keep playing well, doesn't he? Because, the better he plays, the bigger the clubs are interested in him. That's just how the world of football works, right? So, I am going to keep Gakpo, to be honest. And then, like I said, it's the question of, do I play a super rare where I'm worried about them even starting, i.e. Vitinho, Luiz, Vitesse, Silemikers. None of them scream to me definite starter. Simo says rare. I'm going to probably agree with you, Simo. I do have a little bit more depth in the rare department in terms of real quality. And then the question then comes, who do I go for? Moussa Diaby on paper apparently is going to have the best game against Dortmund. For me, it's either Gravenberch, Diop, or Diaby. They're the three options I think I have. When I look at those three, who do I think got the best chance of a decisive? I have to say Diaby on form, even though he's playing against a tough team. Diop's always a good decisive chance because he's on set pieces, he's in and around the box a lot for Monaco, creating chances. So that's his game. He's always looking for goals and assists. Gravenberch, on the other hand, isn't as much of a decisive beast or capable, whatever you want to call it. So I'm a bit reserved in playing Gravenberch, even though they have a good fixture. For me, I am edging towards Diaby. I don't know what you think, but that is where my head is at right now. I don't want to risk any of my super rares. I just don't think it's worth it. They're just not good enough for me right now to where I can, really believe in them in that sense. So I think Moussa Diaby is the play. I really do. Even though, I don't know. What do you think? I'm interested to know. Let me know. Would you go Diaby, Gravenberch, or Diop? Let me know. Out of those three, who would you go? Right now, I'm edging towards Diaby. To be honest, Gravenberch in third and then Diop in second for me. So, like I said, Diaby's winning the race. Ricardo says Diaby if you're going for a rare. I can see that. Anyone else have any suggestions? Let me know. We'll put Diaby in now. For now, sorry. And we'll probably... Who do we captain? Tom says Diaby. Yeah, I mean, Diaby's the safest option, isn't he? But, it's tough it's a tough one to really analyse, to be honest. It's luck at the end of the day. There's a lot of luck that goes into this. So, captain time. Who has the best chance to score a goal? Cody Gakpo or Diaby? I think Cody Gakpo, personally. So we're going to go with that. We're going to save it, and we're going to go over to Sorare, and we're going to build our under-23 rare pro team. I'm confident in this team. I think it's, even though he only has one super rare, I do think the rares that are involved, a top tier rares. So I have full faith in them going forward. Diaby seems like a popular pick, so we are going to go with Diaby. I'm going to click confirm, and that'll be our under 23 rare protein done. So now we go down to the rares, and with what we have left over, we're going to try and build a under 23 rare team. So Van der Voort, he's my only goalkeeper. He has to play. Let's hope for a big clean sheet, right? We've got Eric Garcia, Diogo Leite, Wrench, and Cotonou Odilon. So for me, even though Leite apparently is playing in a derby, I have to go with Leite. I don't think Wrench starts. I don't think Cotonou starts, and Eric Garcia is injured. So again, I'm left with not much of a choice there, to be completely honest. Rob, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining the stream. I know it's a late one, but yeah, I'm actually a bit earlier than normal today, which is nice. But yeah, again here we have three options, and they consist of Diaby, Gravenberch, and Palacios. I think Palacios is still injured, so it's a no-brainer for me. It has to be Diop and Gravenberch. And then for the forward position, again, I'm struggling with injuries. Ricardo says Leite. Thank you for confirming that for me. And then, yeah, Fatty's out injured, Doku's injured, and Mario's just coming back. So I'm going to have to just go with Mario. Like, I've used my Diaby in my under-23 rare protein, so I'm going to have to go with Mario. I don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, and then I think the last option has to be Gravenberch. I think this team is really, really easy to pick. Like I said, I am dealing with a lot of injuries right now with my rares. So, well, they're either injured or they don't play. So, yeah, I'm patiently waiting for the MLS and Asia to kick back in, because I do have a lot more rare options there to field the team. So, yeah, now the question begs, who do we captain? Do we go for Gravenberch? Do we go for Diop? I'm edging towards Diop. I think he's more decisive, capable, even though the game on paper is a little bit hard, well, a lot harder. Let me know what you think about that one. I think his A score is a lot better than Gravenberch's as well, normally. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the play, guys. I do think that is what we're going to go with. Nice and easy. No, not too many contemplations for once. Normally we're just contemplating things far too long, I think. So I think I'm just going to go for it. There's not much more I can do with those two teams. And I tell you what we can do for a bit of fun. Because why not? Let's put in a super rare under 23 team with the leftover super rares that I have. So Tobelason, he isn't going to play. But that doesn't matter. We're not looking to win anything in these in the under 23 super rare. I just want to put a team together. It just looks fun. Vitinho or Bayer. I think Vitinho starts, so we're going to have to go with him. We'll go with Silemikers because, again, he could very well start. And then here, I don't know. This is my Korean guy that I bought, who I was hoping that would stay in Korea for the next year, but he's been bought by Wolves. Wolves have loaned him out to Grasshoppers. They're playing Zurich. So yeah, I think I have to go with Vitesse, to be honest. He might come off the bench. He might get a goal. And then my extra is either Florentino Luis or Jong San Bing. Garcia's out injured. Lahaji could come off the bench. Bayer could even play. So it's a tough one, but I'm just going to... This, like I said, this doesn't really matter too much to me. Without a playing goalkeeper, there's a very, very slim chance that I do much in this competition. So this is just a very chancy team. It's a throwaway team. So we're just going to throw that team in and see what happens. At worst, they earn me some XP and I can go along with my day. There's nothing too much to it. So that's the under 23 rare saved. And then the next team we can throw in is our limited Porto stack, which I've been so excited about. They're the only limiteds I own right now in under 23. So yeah, they better not get injured. I've got a full Porto stack. Like Ricardo's saying, he doesn't think the Mario will start. He's a bit of a doubt. So yeah, I don't have any other options. I'm happy to go with this team. I have no other options, like I said. And then the question begs, who do I captain? You know, if Alisson is been on fire recently, it could be a good option to go with him. But if I want to maximize my captaincy like chance and score, I think I need to go with either Vitor or Vieira, because their AA score plus a decisive is going to completely smash anything that Alisson does. Personally, I think so. I need to, I need to pick one of these two. I think either Vieira or Ferreira. I don't know which one to go for though. I really don't know. Let me know what you think, Ricardo. Would you go Vitinha captain or Fabio Vieira? Let me know. And Tom asks, why so many Jack de Vries? So I bought Jack de Vries nearly like a year ago now, I think. Yeah, he was super cheap. I bought him like 6 months ago. I saw the Venezia were interested in him. Ricardo says Vieira. Ricardo, I'm gonna trust you. It's a limited team. I'm not too worried about how well it does. It's a lot of fun. It cost me quite a lot of money really for a limited team, but there's some good players in here, so I'm more than happy to spend the money on it. But yeah, going back to the Jack de Vries. Yeah, I heard he was going to Serie A basically, and he ended up going to Venezia, but he went to the under-19s team. So, yeah, I think he's a bit of a longer-term hold, shall we say. I won't be getting any return on him recently. So yeah, there's not much to that one, to be honest. Vieira's on a good run. Yeah, you're right. He is on a bit of a good run. Let's put in our limited team under 23s. Diogo Costa, João Mario, Vitor Ferreira, Alisson and Fabio Vieira, Captain Vieira, and we're going to go like that. So we've done our limited team, we've done our under 23 Rare Pro, we've done our under 23 team, and then we've even done our under 23 Super Rare team, which isn't going to do much. Ricardo said he's going to follow our team's performance. I do appreciate that, mate, a lot. Thank you for thank you for doing that. So the next thing we can do is see if we can squeeze in a all-star rare team. I don't know how possible this is going to be in terms of how many players I have. I don't think I have many. So yeah, we're just going to go with it. So keeper, Szczesny, Maignan, Neuer, and Camilo Vargas. I think Vargas is probably the best choice here. All the rest of the teams, I guess Szczesny has a decent fixture, but we're going to go with Vargas. In defence, we either go with Kosunu, Divine Range, or Eric Garcia. I think I'm going to go with Divine Range. Although I don't think he starts, I think, I might as well play him in there. I do have a sneaky Aaron Ramsey, right? So I've held Ramsey for months now. He's my favourite Welsh player of all time. He's just got to move to Rangers on loan, I think, from Juve. So yeah, I'm super excited about that move for him. He was what was I going to say? I've lost my train of thought. He wasn't even on the bench against Celtic last night, which is a little bit worrying, to be honest. So I don't even know if he'll play, but we're going to throw him in there anyway. We're going to throw Jeremy Doku in there because why not? I don't even think this team will get over 50 points, if I'm completely honest. And we'll throw in, who should we throw in? Ezequiel Palacios or Kosunu? I mean, neither of them really have a good chance of starting, if I'm completely honest. But we'll go with Palacios because why not? We'll captain Ramsey. And yeah, it doesn't look like I'll be getting Ethereum threshold this weekend, but that is fine. Like I said, I'm waiting patiently for the MLS and Asia to start back up because I have a lot more rares, a lot more depth. Rob says, who gave you the Shota Fujio tip? Saw you picked up a couple. It was actually Sam. Sam, I know a lot of you guys ain't going to know who I'm on about here, but Sam, Sam gave me the tip a few days ago. He just said he's a player to look out for in the future. He's playing in the second division right now. So, yeah, I mean, he's not going to score you points for the foreseeable. But, yeah, he's pretty cheap. But, yeah, Sam told me that, he thinks he's going to be a good player in a few years. So, I thought I'd pick a few up. Yeah, Rob, do you know anything about him? More than that, because yeah, I didn't before Sam told me about him. But yeah, that is that for now. We do have our Sorare Mega and our Sorare Data Leagues to input, which I'm super excited to do, which we will get into in a minute. Let's just do our Sorare Mega first. So should we do Mega 11 this week or Mega 8? Because we could do Mega 8, 5, and 3. What's the prizes for this? One rare card. Okay, so they're all the same. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll do a Mega 8, a Mega 5, and a Mega 3. I don't want to waste all my players on Mega 11. We'll have to go with one of our Diogo Costas here. We'll go with our strongest team in this team. So Sergio Gomez and Diogo Leite. I really want to keep the Porto stack together in Sorare Mega 5, so I might do that. So we're going to play in this team Yari Vasharan, Sofian Diop, and Gravenberch. And then up front, we're going to play Cody and Diaby. We're going to captain. Who are we going to captain? That's a good question. Tom said you should buy a couple of final players. I had Koku limited. I sold him like 2 weeks ago because I wanted to build the Porto stack. But yeah, he's immense right now. He's on fire. We'll go with Diop as captain. For our Mega 5, we're going to play the full Porto stack. João Mario, Vieira, and Vitor and Vitinha, and Ev Alisson up front. We'll go with Fabio Vieira as our captain. And then Mega 3, do we really have much going on here? We could play Silemikers. We could play... Oh, we're a little bit short for options right now. We'll have to play Silemikers. We'll go Vitinho because I think he starts. And then it's either Vitesse. Well, we could play João Mario. Yeah, we'll go João Mario. See what happens. And we'll captain Silemikers. That was very easy for a Mega 3. Yeah, Tom, I would like a final stack, to be honest, but I don't like the fact that Bijlo is 24 now, so I don't want to have to buy him and then sell him eventually. It's just I want to keep, if I'm buying an under 23 stack, I want it to be under 23 for like at least a season. So yeah, that's my thinking behind the Porto stack. Okay, let's get into Sorare Data Leagues and Cups. So this week we've got the Challenger Europe Cup Round 2. We've got the Sorare Data Cup Limited only. We've got the Sorare Data Cup Round 2, so non-limited. Rob says, from what I've seen, Fujio play... I've never seen him play, but from what I've heard, he has a good couple of seasons on loan in J2 and J3. He's on loan at Tokushima in J2 this season. Hopefully a big season for him. Yeah, I'm hoping, yeah, like Sam told me, he said he did well last season in J2, so he's hoping he has another good season and maybe gets recalled to his J1 league team. Sinistera is also a very good player. Yeah, I've heard he's... Well, I know he's a very good player, to be fair. But yeah, he's expensive, like most good forwards are in and on Sorare. So, like I said, we've got the Sorare Data Cup, but that's like non-limited, round 2. We've got the SD League limited only, and we've got the SD League non-limited. So, what should we do first? We'll build our Challenger Europe Cup. Have two options. We go Diogo Costa or Martin van der Voort. I think Costa's the play there. Defenders, it's going to have to be Sergio Gomez, isn't it? This will probably just look like my under-23 Rare Pro team with a little variation. So we'll go with Yari Vasharan. And then for forward, we have to go with Gakpo. It doesn't make sense to do anything different. And then we'll have to go with Gravenberch. I think that's my best team I can put out for the Challenger Cup. So that'll be fun. That's the first time I've entered that, I think. And then next we'll pick our limited cup team. So this is just going to be the full Porto stack. We have no other... Well, we do have other limiteds, actually. I have a Suso here, but he's injured right now. So it's Fabio Vieira and Vitor Ferreira. have Alisson up front, and we'll captain Fabio Vieira, because why not? The boy's on flames right now. So what's that? 2 teams picked. We need to do our Sorare Data Cup team. We need to do the limit. I don't know. Well, I don't have enough limited players to play the limited SD league, so that's a little bit annoying. We will pick our the Sorare Data Cup round 2 team. So we'll go with Diego Costa because I'm banking on him getting a clean sheet this weekend. Rob says, has to head off now. I'll catch up in the morning. Good luck for the game week. Thank you, Rob. I do appreciate you popping in, mate, and yeah, commenting and engaging. It does mean a lot to me, mate. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, I appreciate you popping in. In terms of defenders, I'm going to have to go Sergio Gomez, aren't I? This team will probably be, again, this will probably be the under-23 Red Pro team, won't it? Or do we go, because Yari doesn't matter here in terms of Super Rare or not, so I'm a little bit inclined to pick Diop over Yari. That could bite me in the arse, but I'm going to do it. No, maybe not. I'm going to go back. I've bottled it. I'm going to play Yari. And then Sergio Gomez, got him in. It's either Musa Diaby, Diop, or Gravenberch. What should we do? What should we do? We'll go Diaby. Why not? And then we'll captain Gakpo. It's basically the same team as I put into under 23 Red Pro, which I thought it would be. I don't even know if that's saved, did it? That might not have saved. Oh, it did save apparently. Okay. Okay, so 3 teams are done, and now, last but not least, let's build our SD League team. So starting goalkeeper has to be Diogo Costa. We've picked him in every other team. We couldn't betray him now, I guess. Sergio Gomez, Diego Leite, and Rob Maiden. What's going on, mate? Thank you for joining the stream. I'm doing well. A little bit tired after work, but I'm buzzing to be streaming, to be fair. It's my favourite thing to do. But yeah, how are you doing, mate? Let me know in the comments. Next, the only one I can see starting is Vitinho, but I can just see him costing me. So I have no choice. My hands are tied. I have to play him. We'll go Yari Sharon, Ryan Gravenberch, Sofian Diop, and it might have to be Salamakers. And then starting forwards, it's got to be Cody Gakpo. It's got to be Diaby. And then it's Vitesse or João Mario. I think I'm going to have to go with my gut and say João Mario. And then for my bench, we're going to have to go Martin van der Voort. We're going to go... It's either Bayer, Wrench, or Odilion. We'll go Wrench. Substitute midfielder. We're going to have to go... I think we're going to have to go Ramsey. There's no one on the bench there that I think is even going to play at all. And then we'll go Vitesse. Yeah, we'll go Vitesse. And we're going to captain. Who are we going to captain is a good question. I'm leaning towards Diop. I'm hoping for a decisive. So that is done. So all my Sorare Data Cups or Teams Cups, whatever you want to call it, are done. I can't put a limited team in. I don't have enough limited cards, which is annoying. I sold them off. So yeah, that is Sorare Data out of the way. Tom, I'm in quarantine and your videos make me have to do something. I can't even speak anymore. I'm in quarantine and your videos make me have to do something what I like. Well, that's really, really kind, mate. I do appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I hope they entertain you in whatever way that is. I know I'm not the funniest or most entertaining person in the world, but yeah, when you're looking at digital football cards, I guess these things make us all happy to a degree. So, yeah, I do appreciate you you watching, Tom, and hopefully you feel better. Like you said, during quarantine. So I'm sorry to hear that. Rob says, top man, good to chill to a late night stream. Yeah, good cheers. Currently building a bike for my 2-year-old birthday tomorrow. Still need to sort my teams. Rob, your priorities are all wrong. You should not be building bikes. You should be building teams on Sorare. I'm only joking, mate. Get that bike done first. Although I've never really had to make a bike, or build a bike, so I don't know how complicated that is. Are you having to build it like from scratch, or is it like just a couple pieces that you have to put together? I'm interested to know. Let me know. And also make sure you do your teams. You better not forget. So yeah, there's not really much going on, guys, to be honest. Yeah, what have I done? I'm trying to sell a few players. I've got Mario up for sale just in case he sells. I've got Remy Deschamps. I did buy him a few days ago. He was up for like 140 pounds. I was like, it's just too cheap. I already have one. I think he's going to be, if Alban Lafont moves next year from or this year, whatever you want to call it, the end of this year, from Nantes, where he's captain, I see Remy Deschamps becoming number 1. He's number 2 right now, to Lafont. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know why Lafont would want to stay at Nantes, to be honest. Like, if he really wants to kick on in his career, maybe I'm completely wrong. But if he does move, Remy Deschamps will be number 1. So that's why I bought him. But yeah, I needed a bit of capital, so that's why I've trying to sell him already. I would be more patient, but I do have another one lying in my gallery somewhere. I'll try and show you now. Where's he to? There he is. I've got a rookie Remy. Is he rookie? I don't know if that was his first season or not. But yeah, I bought him 7 months ago. I've held him for a while now. So yeah, there's not too much going on in the gallery. I mean, the whole Nico Williams thing was big for me. He recently just got his loan move to Fulham, who are flying in the Championship. So yeah, I'm over the moon that he's got his chance. He does give me a lot more utility now. Rob says it's just like a flat pack. Wouldn't take too long if the instruction made sense. It's my first proper week, so I'm going to have a late night sorting the teams. Okay, flat packs aren't too bad to deal with, to be fair. So yeah, you should be fine. And yeah, make sure you take your time with your teams. Make sure you research those players as much as you can, just in case you find out any injuries or whatever. But yeah, I'm just looking at Nico's scores here. So yeah, he's a bench warmer for Liverpool. To be brutally honest, he's not going to play ahead of Trent, who's obviously amazing. No one's really going to displace Trent. I'm just looking at a couple of his scores here. So he scored. So what was this all-round score? So he came off the bench against Burnley, got a decisive. That's how he's got his 60 there. He got a decisive against Bulgaria for Wales. He got another decisive against Bulgaria for Wales. Couple of decent scores here. He got an 81 against Ajax, which is nice. Rob says Nico Williams is a top player in my opinion. Always just needed the chance. Yeah, I mean, if you're a youngster at Liverpool and you're in and around the first team for a few years, there's no way you're not a very good player. Like, you have to be of a high quality. It just doesn't make sense otherwise, right? So yeah, it's just unfortunate they're the best right back in the world right now, and maybe for the next 5-10 years in Trent plays in his position. So what more can you do really as Nico? You have to go on loan. You have to seek other opportunities, and he's done so, and I'm really, really glad he has. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, a couple of these scores. We got a 60 here for Wales. He always plays well for Wales, to be fair. He scored 60 against Watford, 73 against Belarus, and he got a decisive, I'm guessing, against Porto. So he hasn't had many opportunities, but I do really see his scores being very good for Fulham. I don't know if you can search up. Does Sorare data allow you to search up teams and see their scores? Probably not, or maybe actually. Okay, so this is interesting. So we can see here, obviously these players are not, well, Kenny Tete, to be fair, is on Sorare. So maybe it's a good idea to look at Kenny Tete's scores. He's actually injured right now. So this is why I think they've brought Nico in. As you can see, I mean, they're not great. He's been injured for a lot of these games, but scoring 90s, 100s with one decisive. They're beating Reading 7-0. Like, if this is Nico in this position, then then I'm in the money. This will work out very well for me. There's obviously some poor scores as well. 6-2 against Bristol City, 3-2 against Stoke. So yeah, it doesn't mean he's going to get the exact same scores as Kenny Tete, because Nico Williams is not Kenny Tete. They're completely different people, players, attributes. Everything's different about him. But yeah, it's just a good little indication, I guess, to what to really expect in a team. So all their players score really well. Harry Wilson scores amazingly well. Obviously, fellow Welsh international with Nico, so they'll link up well. Look at these scores from Harry Wilson. he got a decisive score of 100. What? 93, 88, 100, 86. These are unbelievable scores. If he's in Sorare right now, that is a 0.8 ETH card. Easy. Maybe more. Maybe like 1.3. Gotta be. Those scores are unbelievable. Thank you, Nick. The stream has been going well, to be fair. Very engaging chat, so I do appreciate you guys watching and engaging. But yeah, if Harry Wilson was on Sorare, wow, I would love to deploy a Welsh stack of Nico Williams, Harry Wilson, Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey, goalkeeper obviously Danny Ward. That would be my dream. I really want the Welsh team to be on Sorare. That would be amazing. There's a few Welsh players on here. Like Rabbi is on here, Rabbi Matondo, who's playing really well actually for Cercle Bruges. Harry Wilson scores that well because he's on set pieces. Tom, I follow you on Insta now. I appreciate that, Tom. One thing is though, I don't actually have the Insta app anymore on my phone. I deleted Instagram. Well, I haven't deleted my account, but I've deleted Instagram, the app, just because I was spending too much time on there and I just didn't want to be distracted any more than I am already with everything I do. So yeah, I'm actually not on Instagram right now, Tom, so I probably won't see that. But yeah, I might use it in the future. So I do appreciate the follow there. But yeah, Rabbi Matondo obviously plays for Wales. That would be a nice one. I think James Lawrence is on here when he used to play for Anderlecht. He doesn't really play for Wales anymore, but if you have a look here, there is a few James Lawrence cards flying around. There's 8 on the platform, which is easy. Ricardo Silva, Harry Wilson would be over 1.5 easy. I mean, would he? I don't know. He's not under 23, so that devalues him a little bit for me. But yeah, those scores are ridiculous. Maybe he is a 1.5 player. I don't know, but it's definitely over 1. I can tell you that for sure. Rob said, watch the Derby versus Blues. Came the other day and he was a massive fan of Feti Ebosi. I think he could have a bright future. Let me have a look at him. I've never heard of him, to be honest. I don't know whether that's how you spell it. Hopefully it is. Oh, here he is. Festi Ebosi. Interesting. How old is he? 19. Okay, interesting. Yeah, hopefully it'd be class if they onboarded the Championship, to be honest. Like, I'd prefer the Championship over Scottish League. I'm obviously going to say that because, you know, I don't really care for Scottish football at all. I don't think many people really do outside of Quinny and Hendo. But yeah, I would like to see the Championship get added on here. So yeah, Fulham do have a really good team right now. I do like the look of that Fabio Carvalho. Where's he to? Here he is. Fabio Carvalho. Liverpool basically bought him this transfer window, but for whatever reason the papers didn't go through. So yeah, look at these scores: 83, 88, 85, 81, 98, couple of 70s and 60s. Obviously a few low scores as well, but obviously you have to expect that. But yeah, this kid's supposed to be really, really good. I've watched clips of him on YouTube. He looks very, very sharp. I really do like what I'm seeing with him. But yeah, I'm just buzzing with this Nico thing. You know, this is just giving me so much more depth in terms of, you know, Championship play midweek as well, which you have to remember. So he will be able to play midweek for me as well. So if you look here, Nico Williams has a game against Millwall. Yeah, and I can deploy him there, which is amazing. Nick says, Championship being added could inflate the value of your current port. Maybe. I don't know. It's like, the thing is, if, let's say, the Championship do get added, obviously Nico Williams, his Fulham card would get added, right? So yeah, does that devalue the Liverpool versions? I don't know. Maybe because there's more supply. So I guess they would inherently. But yeah, this is these are the players I have available for game week 243. So I do have a starting keeper, which is big, in Van der Voort. I then have a couple Nico Williamses, so we can play the super rare. Who do I have here? We do have Aaron Ramsey, who is playing for Rangers, which is nice. But the problem is I do not have a forward. And then the extra player, it would be nice if it could be Wesley Fofana, but I still think he's injured, although he's back training, I think. Maybe not with the team, but he is definitely back. Rob says, I was kind of chuffed the deal fell through. Couldn't see Liverpool be in the move for him right now. End up as another Origi. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think he was going to get loaned back to Fulham anyway for the season. But yeah, I understand what you mean. If he goes to Liverpool next season, is he going to see a minute? Probably not. You got players like Harvey Elliott who are light years ahead of these players that Liverpool are going to buy from Fulham. So it's like, what's the point, So yeah, I do want Wesley Fofana to get back fit. Should we check on Twitter if he is back? Wesley Fofana. Nick, what are you saying? I was those championship players will have to take up the lower F ranges now. 0.1 to 0.6 or so. Nick said Elliot is class. Yeah, Elliot is class, to be fair. He would be the boy to get on Sorare. If Harvey Elliott was on Sorare, that'd be insane. Tom says you should record your reaction to football games that are from your lineups. So as in like what, Tom? You think I should like watch the game and then sort of like comment over my players playing, if that makes sense? So like, let's say the Porto game, right? I should like stream me watching the Porto game and like my reactions. Is that what you mean? If it is, let me know. But yeah, I think that could be a very interesting concept. I would explore that definitely. Harvey Elliott worth 300 mil on Harry's FIFA stream. If any of you are unaware, guys, Nick is my my housemate. Nick this in the chat there. So, and he's referring to our other housemate that plays career mode, and yeah, Harvey Elliott's like 300 mil on there because he's in like year 2027 or something. So, yeah, Harvey Elliott's an absolute player. But yeah, I haven't even spoken about the Haaland situation, guys. What do we think about the Haaland unique going for £507,000? Good question, Nick. How am I going to get the rights to the Porto game? There must be a way I can. Can you stream the Premier Liga, Ricardo? Like, is there like a subscription or something I can pay to watch the Porto games? Like, is on their YouTube channel or something? Let me know. But yeah, Haaland unique. What do we think, guys? Talk to me. £507,000, 265 ETH. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Nick, I wouldn't have the Porto game on stream. I would just watch it, and then you guys would see my reaction, if that makes sense. But yeah, Haaland unique, guys. We need to speak. We need to speak about it. It still amazes me, like, that these Bored Apes and stuff are going for like millions of pounds, and then like cards like this that have utility are just not going for the same amounts, and it's crazy. Yeah, so Haaland unique, man. £500,000 for a digital card, guys. It's actually nuts, isn't it? Like, you can't even touch him. Like, he's untouchable. That's true, Nick. Nobody wants to watch Porto right now, especially when they're not keeping clean sheets. If they were keeping clean sheets, then I would be a bit happier, but they're not. So, yeah, it's hard to put into words this sale. You know, it's massive for Sorare. I think it hasn't put them on the map as much as it should have, in the sense, like, for whatever reason, they said in the Discord that they had there was certain barriers to them advertising and promoting this sale of Haaland. So Ricardo said no, but DM me and I'll try and sort you a link. Thank you, Ricardo. Let me know. Yeah, let me know where your Twitter is and I'll follow you, and yeah, and we'll get it sorted from there. Unless I follow you already, I don't know. But if you follow me, yeah, just DM me right now, so then I have you in my DMs and we can take it from there. My Twitter's at HarryTradesYT. Yeah, at HarryTradesYT. But yeah, guys, I'm just blown away by this Haaland situation. But I did see a tweet of Mark, who's You Never Walk Alone. He said something like there's been a massive shortage on the amount of uniques that Sorare have like distributed, and it's actually completely true. I don't know whether I can find. Here we go. So Sorare has yet to auction the uniques of Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Wirtz, Kimmich, Kroos, Vinicius, Courtois, Davis, Bellingham, Oblak, Neuer, Goretzka, Musiala, Lisandro Martinez, Gravenberch, Felix, Van der Voort, Upamecano, Sane, Maignan, Marquinhos, Lang, Chiesa, and the list goes on. Griezmann, Cherokee, Gavi. We are now in Feb, and there's less than 4 months utility remaining in the European seasons. That's a 35 plus huge potential auctions, probably closer to 50, with some probably being sold without being able to utilize in the current season unless they start popping up every 2 to 3 days from now. Yeah, what do you think about this tweet, guys? I think it's interesting. Like, why haven't Sorare listed or, you know, auctioned off these players? Like, why wouldn't they want to do it? Do they foresee that there's a massive growth coming up over the horizon in the next couple months, to where they think that they can get more money for these uniques then, rather than auctioning them now? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's an interesting conversation for sure. I do think that's something to do with it. I do think that they think, you know, there's going to be a lot of growth over the next few months. What's the point in auctioning off these, you know, great unique cards? Although they just auctioned off the best unique card in Haaland, so it kind of goes against my theory in a way. Quinny, I don't know if you were here when I was slagging off the Scottish community, Quinny, but I was just saying that I'd prefer the Championship to be onboarded than the Scottish Prem. But yeah, nice to see you in here, mate. I do appreciate you popping in. I was watching your stream earlier when I had an hour left of work, so yeah, watched your stream. But yeah, I am interested in this whole unique, even though I wouldn't be able to afford any of these cards. I'm just interested in the conversation of, you know, why aren't they, you know, auctioning off these uniques, or these, you know, of these big players? Quinny just got here. You missed the Scottish slander then. But yeah, Quinny, what do you think? I'd be interested to know your take on why you think they haven't auctioned all these, you know, these big European uniques off. What would you say your reason is for what would you say their reason is? Rob says, love how he covers his ass about the Scottish League dig. Brilliant, mate. I gotta be truthful. I can't slag people off and not tell them. You know, I wasn't slagging him off. I was slagging off the Scottish League. But Josh, what's going on, mate? Buzzing for you to be in here. Josh, I'm going to show you my team just in case you've just come in. Josh just showed up. Hope I'm good. Yeah, I am really good, Josh. Thank you, mate. I hope you're good as well. Let me know what you think about these teams, Josh. I need your... I'm always looking for your validation, Josh. SPFL has been on the to-do list for so long. Yeah, that's fair enough. I was just more concerned about the Mark tweet in terms of the uniques. Like, why do you think they're holding back on the big auctions? But yeah, Josh, what are we saying? Josh says, the reason for lack of unique auctions is the person in charge of auctions isn't very good at their job. I guess that's a very simplistic view, but it's probably the most obvious slash truthful as well, isn't it? I guess that's probably very, very true, Josh. It's obviously a human error somewhere. All these companies are just made up of humans at the end of the day. So yeah, it's someone's fault. Whoever that someone is, I don't know. Josh, what do you think of the under 23 Rare Pro team? CR, I appreciate that you appreciate the utility that Sorare cards provide, but they are only provided utility to win other cards, especially when threshold goes, and those cards are only valued based on belief. Yeah, fair point-ish. I know they mentioned that the threshold was going to go, but we haven't heard anything for so long. People don't even know the threshold was supposed to go, if that makes sense. So at this point, I don't even know if the threshold's going to go, is what I'm getting at. And yeah, I get your point on the whole, like, these cards only have utility to win other cards, but that's not inherently true, because these cards do also win you real life experiences as well, right? Let's not forget that. So, it is that element to it as well. It's not just winning other cards. Quinny says he thinks they have stormed them up to an absolute rally of auctions in line with some sort of growth event. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Quirky, I know I've only just joined Sorare, but I thought I was doing well as chief auctioneer. Josh said, yeah, looks nice. Under 23 Red Pro, no other super rare option. So Josh, I do have other super rare options, but the problem is I'm just not fully confident in them. And you can see them here. Garcia's out injured. Lehaji's not going to play. Jong has just moved to Grasshoppers, which I'm not confident in. Why am I showing you these? I should be showing you. I made a stupid super rare team, basically, just to throw in. Do you think any of these players out of Vitinho, Jordan Bayer, Silamikers, or Vitesse should play instead of Diaby in that under 23 Rare Pro team? I just don't like Silamikers' game against Inter. I think Vitinho starts, I did mention on my stream earlier, because there's so many injuries in the Cercle Bruges team. Tom's got to go. I do appreciate you popping in, Tom. Yeah, good night, mate. But yeah, what are we saying, Josh? Do you think Silamikers gets in the team over Diaby? I personally don't think so. You might think differently, and I do value your opinion a lot. Yeah, what do you think? Surely it's Diaby, isn't it, over Silamikers? Seya has an awful fixture. Yeah, that was my thinking, Josh. To be honest, I just don't see why I should have to risk it, to be honest. But that it has weakened my under 23 team now, because I have to start João Mario as my forward. CR, why do we put the value we do on these cards? That's the question. It's a collective belief, just given the relative comparison to Board Up Yacht Club. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of get what that completely makes sense. I just think in line with the Board Ape Yacht Club's valuations, I just don't think Sorare's card should be as valued as they are. Like, I think they're a little bit undervalued, or maybe it's more than a little bit, but I think they're undervalued, just bottom line. Quinny says, if and when thresholds go, it will be replaced with something in the same vein, but probably less expensive. Yeah, I guess they have to take into consideration, like, the amount of new users they're going to have to keep happy. So, you're going to have to bring down the incentive, in the sense, you can't keep paying out whatever the threshold is right now to 50,000 people or 100,000 people every week. It's just not sustainable, like you said. So that makes sense. Board Ape Yacht Club could also provide utility if you consider real world experiences and that. Yeah, that is also true. Quinny says Diaby over Alexis. I'm thankful that you agree with me. Quinny doesn't like Diaby. Yeah, I think your play's fine with Diaby. Quinny says no, lol. BAYC is a made up thing that was invented yesterday. I don't know, it's just like we're in a crazy climate, aren't we, in terms of what these digital pixels are worth. Like, it's like CR said, like it's all perception, and it's all, you know, what we believe is worth whatever, you know. It's just like we determine the value ultimately. But yeah, it is an interesting conversation. Quinny says fantasy football cards predate NFTs, and this is epic because the NFT tech allows the analog hobbies to go digital / Web3. Yeah, that is true. Like what Sorare is doing has been going on for years, really, just not in the ownership form, I guess, is what Quinny's on about. Yeah, official IP is what separates us from the animals. That's true. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. Right, Rob's off. I do appreciate your time, Rob. Yeah, take it easy, mate. I hope your child has a good second birthday, and make sure you've welded that bike well enough so he or she doesn't fall off. We wouldn't want any casualties, would we? Yeah, so I thought, well, I had a nice little influx of viewers towards the end of the stream, guys. You've missed all the lineup building. We've gone into apes versus Sorare cards now. So, yeah, Josh, how are you looking this weekend in terms of your teams, mate? I know Austria's still not here yet. It's around the corner, but yeah, I'm interested to see. I don't know whether have you put them on Twitter. Let's see if Foythes put his teams on Twitter, because I'm always intrigued. I did see you sold your Rafaelov, who scored 2 tonight. Quirky, I generally think we get to a point where Sorare is that big, it has licenses to have games live stream within their platform. Yeah, I see that happening as well, Quirky, to be fair. I do see that as well. How do I... Actually, I can... Yeah, that is true, Quinny. I can do the My Teams thing now. So, this is my Super 8 team that's completely useless. I'm just doing it for... yeah, for XP purposes. All-Star Rare team is absolutely hopeless. Rambo is captain. I don't even think this team will get over 50 points combined. And yeah, my only 2 hopes for the weekend lie... Actually, no, I have a limited hope as well. But yeah, we're going with under 23 and under 23 Rare Pro as usual. And yeah, I've got semi-nice hopes. You know, I going in with 1 Super Rare makes me a bit cautious, but you know, it is what it is. I'd rather go with Diaby than a suspect Super Rare in Silomite, because Josh said he needs to do some more Ajax research. Yeah, well, do you think Renge starts, Josh? Ricardo says, can Josh say something about Novak, Austrian Bundesliga? I'm sure he can. Josh is the main man when it comes to Austria, so if Josh can't tell you, nobody can. But yeah, these are the 2 rare teams we're going with this weekend, and then my little limited team, the stack, the Porto under 23 stack. I'm super excited to get this out. I'm playing his first game. I don't know if Gian Mario starts, but we're going to play him either way. Josh said I should have 3 solid teams that should get prizes if everyone plays. Mate, I think that every week, and that's my thought process going into every week. I always look at my team and go, you know what? This team screams a prize card, and it never happens. But yeah, I don't know whether I'll be strong enough in N23 Rare Pro this weekend, because there's some decent fixtures with Ajax and Real Madrid, so I'm cautious of the Vinicius Juniors of the world and Eder Militao. So I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm in position to sort of knock on the star rare doors this weekend. But I would take anything, to be honest. I really would. So yeah, I'm probably gonna leave the stream there, guys. We've been going for, how long have we been going for? 1 hour and 15 minutes. I have really enjoyed it. Quinny, I did see that you said you're gonna do watch-alongs on the weekend. If you need somebody to watch a game with, Quinny, I'm here. I'm free. I'm not working. Let me know if you want to do some sort of watch-along. I'd be over them. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to get involved. Quinny said, need some Celtic attack stacks happen this weekend. Ajax killers. Yeah, let me know, Quinny. DM me or just let me know in the in the chat here, and I'm more than happy to get some sort of little joint live stream / reaction thing going on. Okay, you're buzzing. You said yes. Let's go. It's a deal. It's a date, mate. Can't back out now. Has to happen. What day are you doing? I saw you did the poll. I think I clicked Saturday, so I don't know whether you are doing Saturday. So 5 o'clock Saturday feels like the shout. So that'll be 12 o'clock afternoon for me. Yeah, that works out perfect. I'm not planning on doing much Saturday at all. So I'm more than happy to watch a game with you guys and see if people wanna watch. I'm fully down with that, mate. I'm buzzing for it, to be honest. Nick's buzzing as well. Right, we'll leave the stream there then, guys. Quinny, I'll message you when I get off and we'll sort this out. Not that there's much to sort out. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Josh, I want to see pictures of your teams before tomorrow. Or even after tomorrow. I'm excited to see. But yeah, good luck everyone for the game week. I'll see you guys. If you want to join me and Quinny on Saturday, we'll probably do some sort of live reaction to some live games. But yeah, thank you, Ricardo. I do appreciate it. It's been a pleasure, to be honest. I've really enjoyed my stream tonight. And yeah, let's go. Roll on Saturday. Quinny, I'll see you then. Everyone else, if you want to join as well. Yeah, buzzing to see you all again. Yeah, good night, lads. If you could leave a like as well, it'd be unbelievable.